know people getting my name wrong. That's right, you heard him. My name is Macdonald. And no, not like the fucking restaurant either. Right. My name is Macdonald, as in the last king of Scotland. Right? In this day and age, when you can identify as whatever you want to identify as, he, they, them, I choose to identify as a proud Scotsman. Right? Have you ever met a truly authentic black Scotsman? No? Could you see me? Imagine this. Final scene of Braveheart. Face painted blue, screaming, "Freedom!" Although usually, when a black guy is saying that, he's trying to get his favorite rapper out of jail, like Diddy. Right? Is it too soon for the Diddy jokes? I'm not fooling any of you. Clearly not from Scotland. I'm about 50 shades too dark to be from that country. But my name is still Macdonald. And I've heard all the shit jokes. Someone calls me, "Hey, Ronald." Well, fuck you, mate. Someone else will be like, "Hey, can I call you KFC?" "Yeah, can I call you Burger King?" "You fat prick." Hey. But my favorite one, right? It was good. We heard the nursery rhymes when we were young. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And as a black man from Zimbabwe, right? In about 1999, the Zimbabwean government decided to kick all the white farmers off their farms. And I just want to let you know, old MacDonald has no farms. Basically, I couldn't take anybody's farms. There is a legitimate reason, though, why I'm called MacDonald. I'm going to tell it to you now. Any football fans in here? Right. My dad, as a lifelong Arsenal fan, right? Yeah, fuck him as well, yeah. That's Jamie how I feel. But like, as a kid born in the 80s, was a famous footballer. Right, he played for Arsenal. I think he also played for England. And his name was Malcolm MacDonald. So in my dad's genius, he decided to name his first kid Malcolm, and I introduced to you MacDonald. But it could have been worse. Because imagine if I was born in the 90s and my dad's favorite footballer from Arsenal was David Seaman. Imagine me introducing to you as, "Hey buddy, Seaman! Seaman over here!" Right? It doesn't quite work. And basically what I'm trying to say is, right, these names stick. As parents, if you give your name, if you give your kids a shit name, that name is gonna stick forever. Like, if you name your baby, your beautiful baby girl, Chardonnay, like you know, and I know, that we know, Chardonnay is gonna end up on a stripper pole. There is no other career path for a name like Chardonnay. I'll give you one more. Sir, imagine if you had a baby and you named him Adolf. What? You know how babies are. He'd be learning how to walk. He sees you out of pure excitement. "Daddy!" And then all of a sudden, you're figuring out, how did I end up with a goose-stepping Nazi toddler in my household? Oh yeah, that shit doesn't work. And basically, names are generational, and there's some names that are dying out, right? Can you guys tell me when the last time you met a baby called Nigel? Nigels are dead, people, right? In this day and age, where human beings are naming their dogs after human names, you're more likely to meet a dog called Nigel than you are to meet a baby called Nigel, right? You can see it in the park happening. Some old lady screaming, "Nigel! Nigel!" And you're not sure whether it's a Labrador coming around the corner or some old 80-year-old man in a Zimmer frame, right? Margaret is another name that's gone, right? Margaret sounds like a name that comes with lifetime membership to Werther's Originals. Margaret is a popular name because she's a nursery giving out free sweets to all the kids, right? Margaret is a 5-year-old kid. All the kids are outside playing. She sat there knitting a jumper for a baby cousin. Yes, right? Margie is a granny, right? It's a baby granny. But there is one name. Give me one. There is one name that has stood the test of time since the biblical times, since the BCs, the DCs, whatever you want to call it. And that name is David. Remember King David? David is a strong name. I'll give you some examples. David Tennant, David Williams, David Coulthard. if your parents named you David, they had high hopes for you. Because if you're gonna be David, you're gonna be successful. But if your name was David at birth, and through life you meandered, and now you're called Dave, I hate to break it to you, but you fucked up in life. Somewhere you fucked up. You've never made a successful Dave. Even the TV channel Dave is a shit one. Right? Could you imagine Sir Dave Attenborough? What? Dave Attenborough sounds like someone who dies at 45 of a crack overdose. Sir David Attenborough, that's an icon that you know, that we know, that we love. I'll give you one more before I go, because I've been told I need to go, but just listen, hear me out. David Beckham, right? All the guys want to be him, or the girls want to be, I don't know, whatever you girls want to do with David Beckham. But David Beckham got to marry Victoria Beckham. If David Beckham went by Dave, he'd be married to Vicky from your local council estate. Dave and Vicky. David Beckham and Victoria Beckham have got a Netflix documentary telling you how amazing their lifestyle is. Dave and Vicky, they've got 3 episodes in Jeremy Kyle still trying to figure out who their baby daddy is. Right? And their first son, you got their first son, Brooklyn, one of the amazing boroughs in New York. Brooklyn Beckham. If Dave and Vicky, their first kid, he's called Croydon. Right? Now for all of you people in the room with a family member called Dave, I bet you're going to be looking at them differently from now on. But from a person with a fucked up name like Macdonald, I just want to say thank you very much for listening to us tonight, and I hope you guys have a very good night. Cheers, have a good one. Thanks.